Okay, I am here with Penelope. This is Penelope's first lesson. What are you doing? I just have two other puppies down here, so she is all over the floor looking for all of the crumbs. So I think she is ready to go. Look at you. So for our first lesson, what we're gonna do is start by introducing the clicker. My goodness, Penelope's gonna love this. I'm just gonna, show her that I got a piece of food here so that she kind of, oh my God, you're a crazy lady, huh? It's in my hand. There we go. Good. So what Penelope needs to learn first is that all this food that she's searching for is gonna come from me. I'm gonna wait for her to finish crunching that treat. And then I'm gonna click and give her another piece. So all I'm doing right now is just charging the clicker. I want to teach Penelope that the sound of this clicker predicts that I'm going to give her a piece of food. So usually I start for the first week when I'm introducing the clicker, I will do exactly this. Just charge the clicker. I don't know, anywhere from like 5 to 10 times in a row. Just so hopefully the dog is making that association that click equals food. Now after week 1, we won't do so much of this charging. The next thing I'm gonna add on top of this is I'm gonna have Penelope follow a piece of food in my hand. So now I'm not just handing it to her and letting her take it right away. I'm going to show it to her. There we go. And I'm going to have her move to follow it. See if she's taking a couple of steps before I click and feed. Penelope is extremely food motivated, which is good. But I also want to make sure, because she's so motivated by the food, you'll notice that I'm redirecting her off of my legs. So I don't want her to get in the habit of, oh, I got to climb all over you to get the piece of food. The food is always going to happen down here where your feet are on the ground. Okay? You little piggy, making little piggy noises. Good girl. So now what I'm going to do is pair that following the food lure in my hand. I'm going to add another layer to it. I'm just going to pair it with her name. I want to teach Penelope what her name is and that she should respond to her name when she hears it. Penelope. So I'm going to say her name first, get that cookie in front of her nose, lure her to take a couple steps, click, and then feed. Penelope. Wow, what a good girl. You are going to be full. Penelope. Yeah, you dropped that one. I'm going to do this one more time. Penelope. All right, so we can teach the puppy that reinforcement is going to come from our hand, following the sound of the clicker, and that they should follow your hand, and they should also respond to their name. The next thing that we're going to do is teach Penelope that she can receive reinforcement from other areas as well. It doesn't have to be me directly handing the food and putting it right in her mouth. So if the puppy's going to get food off of the ground, if I'm going to toss food on the ground, I like to call it something specific so it's really clear to the dog where they're going to get the food from, and I call that get it. She's exploring. So I'm going to start by showing Penelope that I do in fact have food in my hand, but then I'm going to say get it, and I'm going to put it right on the ground. And then I'm going to let her search for it and find it. Good, she found it, and I'm just going to do that again a few more times. Get it. Get it. And if if she doesn't see it, you can point it out, just like I did there. But hopefully she'll start making the association that the phrase, get it, means it's not going to be in my hand, it's going to be on the ground. That she can go after and chase it. And so I'll use the get it cue even with toys. So if I'm playing with the toy with the puppy and I want to toss a toy, I'll say get it for the puppy to go after and chase and grab the toy. She is so much more interested in the food though. Yeah. What do you think? Ready? Get it. We're going to do this one more time. Get it. Good girl. So initially when I was having Penelope follow my food in the food in my hand, that's a great precursor for one of the first behaviors that I like to teach a puppy, and that's a hand target. So because she is really interested with the fact that there may be food in my hand, I bet I can get an offered hand target from her right away, meaning I don't necessarily have to have food in my hand. What I'm looking for is that she comes over and she targets and bops her nose onto my hand. As soon as she does that, she already found my treat pouch. As soon as she does that, I'm going to click the clicker and then I'm going to feed her from my treat pouch. So I'm almost going to pretend like I have food in my hand. And as soon as I feel her nose, I click that clicker and then I'm going to come in and feed her. Now I'm going to make sure I'm strategic with Penelope by always feeding her away from me, because I do not want her to realize that I've got a whole bunch of food in my treat pouch and that she can try and dip into that. There you go, good girl. So maybe that means I have to sit myself up a little bit. Good girl. Good job. Food is always going to happen away from me with this puppy. Nice. You see I'm setting the food out here and not feeding her up here because I don't want her to think that she can climb all over me when there's food involved. Isn't that good manners? You're like a little vacuum, every tiny crumb. Oh my goodness. So that time I did have a food lure in my hand, and that time I did not. And when I don't, I click and then I reach for the food and then I'm going to feed her out here. Not close to my treat pouch. Brush. You found a brush? I was using that with your brothers. Good girl. Nice! You're smart. Here, come get your cookie. You get a cookie for that. Oh boy. Now she's exploring. Penelope. Oops, you have a little potty accident. Were you looking for a place to pee? You were in the potty box. You were so close. Oh my goodness. Here, don't step in it. Ready? Don't step in it, I said. Here. Go get it. Clean that up a bit. Okay, girlfriend. Good girl. All right, we're gonna try and get her, whoops, dressed in her little harness. So for these step-in type harnesses, I find it easiest if you pick up the puppy. We'll see how Penelope does with this. Feed their front legs through the armholes. Set them down and do that Velcro piece first. Oh my goodness! What is on me? And then I'm gonna give her a piece of food to think about that instead of the fact that she's got something on her right now. Penelope! Right? And then while she's eating those pieces, I'm gonna snap the snaps. Good girl. What is that, huh? Now that she's got the harness on, I just want her to realize that she can move normally with it. So we're gonna do a couple more of those. Follow the food lure in my hand. Good girl. And usually the first time that we put the harness on the puppies, they are a little confused as to why they're wearing a jacket. Right? Yeah, what is that? So weird. Oh my. She's hilarious. You got that chicken? Is it playtime? Yeah. Now you're into the toys. Yeah, get it. Where'd you go? Where'd you go? Penelope. Oh, you are trouble. She's trying to get under the table right now. Look what I have. Look how fast I could just hook her with that food. Yeah, you're funny. Let's do a couple get it cookies with your harness on. And see how she's scratching right now? She doesn't know why she has it on. You leave those paper towels alone. Uh-huh. Everything's a toy. There you go. Good girl. Hey, go get it. Alright, we are going to try to do some of our handling exercises. What time is it? Okay. Get it. Penelope, here. Now she's trying to bite it off. Just redirected her with a little piece of food. Get it. Yeah, nice job. Good. Ooh, don't bite my finger. You gotta bite the food. Alright. So the same way that I got the harness on, I'm gonna give her a piece of food and undo that clip. Sometimes they can be a little sensitive to the sound of the Velcro, so I'm gonna put a couple pieces down. Here it is. And undo that Velcro. Wow, good girl. Yeah, you did it, huh? Well, we'll get the harness on them every day so they keep getting used to that. Apparently this is Penelope's power hour right now. Don't need a paper towel. I'm gonna wipe this up so that she doesn't think it's a toy. You gotta find the Sprite. Yeah, you did that. Here. Get it. Ah! Give me that chicken. Now she's all about these toys. Look at her go. how when I got the chicken back from Penelope, I kept holding it out here. I didn't bring it up here in my lap because she is not in a place to be in my lap right now. Because she might start getting a little mouthy or bitey because she's so playful right now. I'm going to play a little bit tug, just a little bit. Oh, and then if I get it, I'm going to keep her out here, right? I'm not going to try to bring the toy close to me, or else she's going to jump in my lap and try to bite me. Yeah, we be real strategic about how we play with our puppies. We sort of set that framework that we play and bite the toy. We don't play and bite the people. And just how too, when I was feeding her the food, I was setting it out here away from me so that she didn't get into hopefully doesn't get into a habit of jumping all over me to get the food. Same thing with the toy. I'm going to keep the toy out here. I'm not going to bring it up close to my person because that's when the puppy will jump all over you and maybe try to bite you. Yes, you like this chicken, huh? You notice how like Penelope really is into this game of tug right now, which is great. Like tug is an appropriate game to play with puppies. But you'll notice how I'm not like dragging her all over the place. I'm just applying gentle opposition to the toy, and that's all that she needs. She doesn't need anything more than that. You don't want to make an arousing game, an already arousing game, more arousing, because her energy level is already up here, and I don't need it to get any higher than that. So again, I'm just applying, if she bites the toy and we're playing tug, just some gentle opposition. Alright? Not dragging Penelope around. And then really making sure that if I'm holding the toy at one end, she's biting at the other. Go get it! And then if I do happen to come into possession of it, again, I'm holding it out here, and then I'm telling her to go get it, and I'm tossing it away from me. What do you think? You want to try it? We're going to try some of these handling skills. Normally what I would recommend is that you don't practice handling skills during puppy power hour. You want to do it when they're a little bit more calm and relaxed. But, good girl. This is the time that we have with Penelope today, so we're going to see what happens. Good. I'm just going to get her refocused on the food. See if I can bring her down a little bit from that energy level she was exhibiting during the toy play there. Good job. Yes. Good job. Good girl. See, I just brought my hand underneath her belly. I'm going to start with just some real slight pressure. It's right here. It's right here. She's so food motivated, it's hard for her to focus on where the food even is, at least right now. We'll see how you do tomorrow. Good girl. There we go. This time I'm going to do both hands. When she comes back, one hand under belly and one hand under chest. Try a couple more repetitions and then we'll be done. One hand under belly, one hand under chest, clicking, feeding. Good job. I'm going to do that one more time. Hey, yeah, you. Under belly, one hand under chest. There we go. Good girl. Okay, if think that's where we're going to end it today. She's like, so much freedom down here. We'll pick it back up tomorrow. There you go.